good morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on where you are and what time of day it is when you watch this video. My name is Z, and welcome back to my gaming corner. In today's adventure in Azeroth, we are going to be exploring some of the new features of the Shadowlands pre-expansion patch. Now, today is Wednesday, October 14th, when I'm recording this video, and the patch went live 24 hours ago. And I've taken the time to explore the changes, see the new things, so I can give you the most accurate information that I know how to give you. And let me just tell you, the new starting zone, which is going to be in the next video, is something again. There is a whole bunch of voice acting, of roleplay, of interactions with NPCs. It's actually really cool. And I want to show you all this cool new stuff. So in this video, I'm going to show you some of the customization changes that have happened and some of the new rules for transmogrification. And you can hear the music in the background of the new loading screen. And this is the brand new, amazing loading screen with the steps going up to Icecrown Citadel and then the shattered sky. And you can see Torghast up there doing like a mirror image of Azeroth, which is kind of cool. This is going to be our loading screen for the next 2 years. So let's get logged in and let me show you some of these cool new features in Shadowlands. Oh, my password is not incorrect. See, it's not incorrect. It's just fine. I think I hit the wrong button. So let's get on my paladin and let's show you this really cool stuff. Because one of the biggest changes is coming to the heirloom sets. So as we load into WoW, let me just refresh your memory on what heirloom used to be. So back in the day, I believe the heirloom stuff was introduced back in Wrath of the Lich King. And what it allowed you to do is it allowed you to purchase gear that you could then mail to your level 1 alts that would give them a 10% bonus to experience gained from quest turn-ins, killing monsters, whatever, per piece of heirloom gear. So the helmet gave 10%, the shoulders gave 10%, the chest gave 10%, the pants gave 10%. And then they introduced the rings, which gave 5% each, so that's another 10%, so we're up to 50% already. And then the cloak used to give 5%. So if you had the helmet, the shoulders, the chest, the cloak, the pants, the 2 rings, you were able to get 55% bonus experience. So you were able to level almost twice as fast. It's 1.5 times faster than everybody else. So if you were starting out in your starting zone, a new player that had never played the game before, didn't have the heirloom gear, didn't know anything, started out doing their quest in the starting zone, they would be level 2, level 3 by the time they moved on to the greater part of the zone. Whereas you would be level 7 or level 8. Okay? So it's almost double the amount of XP. It was increased by 55 times. Or 55%. Well, that has changed, my friends. That has changed. So if we come to this screen, which is Shift P, and come down here to heirlooms, you'll see that the heirlooms have changed a little bit, and now it's called the Regalia of the Fabled Adventurers. And there's 7 pieces. There's a heirloom chest, helm, shoulders, cloak, legs, necklace, and a ring. And there's only a 6-piece bonus, even though there's actually 7 pieces of heirloom. There's actually 8 and 10 if you include the trinkets. Okay? Now the 2-piece set bonus, rested experience consumed, is reduced by 30%. Okay, so when you're in a city and you log out in the city, you start to earn rested bonus. And you'll see a little indicator bar on your experience bar, and your experience bar changes from purple to blue when you're rested. And you gain 200% experience from quests and mobs. But here's the thing, if you turn a quest in, it moves the marker, because the marker only degrades when you're killing monsters. When you're turning a quest in, it moves the marker down farther. And so what this does is rested experience consumed is reduced by 30%. That's awesome, right? So instead of it degrading really fast, it goes a little bit slower, so you get to keep your rested bonus a bit longer. And then the 3-step bonus increases your out-of-combat regeneration in the outdoors, normal dungeons, and battlegrounds. So if you're not in combat, so like if you're in a dungeon with a group of friends, you killed the boss and you're on your way to the next set of trash. In that space of time when you're just running and you're not doing any combat, your out-of-combat regeneration is actually tripled. I took myself to near death, and I counted how long it took me to regen without the heirloom gear, and then I counted it with the heirloom gear. Your regeneration is tripled. So you regen health and mana really fast. And then the 5-step bonus is you gaining a level triggers Burst of Knowledge, dealing 2,497 holy damage to nearby enemies and granting you 40% strength for 2 minutes. Now, that 40% strength is also 40% intellect or 40% agility, depending on what your main stat is. If you're playing like on a mage, it's going to give you 40% intellect for 2 minutes. Or if you're playing on like a rogue or a hunter, you're going to get 40% agility for 2 seconds. Or 2 minutes, I mean. And then, in addition to all of that, defeating enemies extends this effect up to an additional 2 minutes. So you could have almost half again your strength or agility or your intellect for 4 full minutes, depending on how fast you can kill mobs. When you get that buff to your main stat, you're able to kill mobs twice as fast. So you can extend it to all the way to 4 minutes, which is great. And then if you have all your heirloom on and you have the 6-step bonus, rested experience consumed is reduced by another 30%. Now, the wording on that is key. It is very specific. When it says it's reduced by an additional 30%, the total gains of the first 30% and then an additional 30% is actually 62.5%. Because of the compounding of the percentages. So we get a 60+ reduction in the amount of rested XP that is consumed when we kill monsters, which means you could potentially have 200% bonus experience, which is triple experience, for your entire leveling experience if you're wearing heirloom gear. That is a massive increase, because it used to just give a base 55% bonus experience. But now we get triple experience for the whole leveling experience. Yeah, this is amazing. And it doesn't matter what heirloom gear you put on, it just says to have heirloom chest on, an heirloom helm on, and heirloom shoulders on. So when you equip your character in full heirloom gear, you get all those set bonuses. That is the first major change, and I absolutely love it. The other major change, I have to get on a low-level character. Check this out. I have a level 10 paladin that is transmogged into the Ashbringer and the old level 100 gear, which is tier 17 from Blackrock Foundry. Check that out. He's a level 10, which is the equivalent of previous, like the old stuff, the equivalent to level 18 to 20. Well, back in the day, when you would go for transmog, and I even said this in the Transmog 101 playlist at the very, very beginning when I go through the basics of transmogrification, I say this. I said, you cannot use these transmog sets until you have reached the appropriate level, because you have to be able to equip the item. But check this out. We're going to go to Shift P, and we're going to come here to Appearances, and we're going to click on Sets. And you can see I have a lot of Paladin sets. Okay? I am currently transmogged into the Battle Gear of Guiding Light. you remember how it used to say requires level 90 to use this appearance? Doesn't say that anymore. Let's come up here to the Legion stuff. It used to say requires level 100 to use this appearance. Guess what? Not anymore. Look at this. I could transmog into that if I wanted to. There is no more level requirement for transmog, which is amazing. Okay? But there's another thing that happens with transmogrification. Okay? There's another thing that happens. Let me just run over here. This is the end of the tutorial, and you're supposed to talk to the stable master, which is actually through this door.
Strength and honor.
Oh, I guess we're supposed to talk to him, but anyway, let me pause the video really fast, and I'll meet up with you as soon as I've made it back to the transmogrifiers. Just one moment, okay? I'll be with you in just a second. Okay, welcome back, and as you can see, we've arrived at the transmogrifiers. Now, yes, I could have just pulled out my Grand Expedition Yak, but this is more dramatic. So here we are at the transmogrifiers, and I'm sorry that storyline isn't working right now because the add-ons haven't been updated. But you talk to the transmogrifier, you say, I want to transmogrify my gear. And it brings you up to this screen. Okay, I'm level 10, right? But look, there's no more level requirements. If we come down here to everything, no matter what it is, whether you want to use Cataclysm or Mists of Pandaria stuff or whatever, there's no more level requirements. So you can be on your level 1 characters and use the old level 120 gear. I can transmog into anything I want if I click on these sets right here. If I want to be a brawler, which used to require level 110. If I wanted to use this, which used to be required level 110. This used to require level 100. Guess what? I can apply that. It's available. I do not have level requirements. But here's the other rub. On the weapons, okay, you still have this pull-down menu, and you can choose axes, swords, maces, polearms, and Legion artifacts. If you go into Legion artifacts, you can see there's my Ashbringer, okay? But if you go into two-handed swords, you'll see the Ashbringer in all of its carnations. Like there's the heroic form, there's a PvP form, there's the base form, okay? They're all here in two-handed swords. If you go into two-handed maces, oh, look what we find. We find the healer two-handed mace, the two-handed hammer. And I have several variations of the silver hand, from something like this to the main part of the silver hand to the heroic version of the silver hand. Like that's the heroic version. Like the main version looked like that. The heroic version looked like this. The PvP version looked like that, and then the secret appearances look like this. So, and if you go to, like if I was in protection and I was going to one-handed swords, I could see Truth Guard, and I could transmog my stuff into that. You can transmog into any of your Legion artifacts, but if you go to the Legion artifact pull-down menu, it only shows you the two-handed swords for your current spec. But if you go into like the two-handed maces, you can see the other stuff. This goes for everybody. Like if your character used fist weapons on one spec, but used a staff on another spec, you could transmog your staff into fist weapons. All of the restrictions have gone away. If your class can equip it, you can transmog into it from any weapon type. I was able to transmog one-handed swords on my rogue to fist weapons. That used to not be a thing. I used to be able to do daggers to fist weapons. I could transmog fist weapons into staves now. All the restrictions for transmogrification are gone. The only requirement is you have to have it in your appearance collection. You have to obtain the appearance in order to use it for transmog. There are no more restrictions other than that. If you want to transmog into that weapon and that armor set, click apply, do it. That is groundbreaking. I love this change. So I could be a super cool looking paladin wielding a big ass hammer like paladins are supposed to, and just look fantastic doing it. If I wanted to do that, I totally could. Now the other thing. The only items you can transmogrify have to be green or better. They have to be able to be soulbound. Okay, like this belt is soulbound. These boots are just white. When I'm done with these boots, if I wanted to put them on the auction house for a few gold so new players could buy them, great. That's awesome. They're not soulbound. They have to be soulbound. So it has to be green or better items. Because they have to be soulbound. As soon as I get boots that are soulbound, I can transmogrify them and complete the set. And maybe use that cool paladin set from the Tomb of Sargeras. On my level 10s. Can you believe it? So, what I want to do now is I did a live stream earlier on Twitch. And I'm going to put a link to my Twitch channel in the video description below. And I'm also going to put it in the end card at the end of this video. So you can come over to my Twitch channel and you can see the live stream I did earlier today. And on my Twitch channel, I've referenced my YouTube stuff. So my YouTube stuff, my Twitch is going to be linked back and forth. So please join me on Twitch for live streaming. I haven't quite figured out my schedule yet. But I'm thinking once or twice, maybe 3 times a week, I'll do live streaming on Twitch. And I'll still record the videos here on this channel, the guide videos for like the raids, the dungeons, achievement runs, transmog runs, whatever. I'll still record that on YouTube, but I want you guys to use YouTube, my channel on YouTube, for guide videos. And if you need some help on how to like level a pet or do a certain pet battle, great. As soon as I get those videos made, they'll be here on the channel. But join me on Twitch for live streaming, and you can actually see this game live as I'm playing. And I'm currently working out some technical difficulties because I only have one monitor. And my setup doesn't allow for a second monitor. I can use my phone, so I'm trying to figure out what to do to get my chat to appear on my phone while I'm live streaming, and then have my phone notify me of the chat without actually having the video playing in the background and then having it just be a cluster button. Because I'm working out those technical difficulties right now. As soon as I got that figured out, we're going to start live streaming on Twitch. I wish I could live stream on YouTube because that would just be better. I could have all my stuff in one place, but Google doesn't want to authorize my app that I use for video encoding and streaming. They don't want to authorize it, so whatever. Twitch handles it just fine. So I'll live stream to Twitch. I'll have YouTube for guide videos. But yeah, join me on Twitch. In my next video, this is going to be coming out within the next day, I'm going to show you the new customizations for the characters, and then I'm going to start in on Exile's Reach so you can see the new starting zone. And let me tell you, it's pretty cool. So next time, new character creation and all the new customizations and Exile's Reach. We're also going to equip some heirloom gear so you can see the set bonuses in action, and we're going to have some fun. I look forward to bringing you that content, and I hope you will join me next time. So, if you enjoyed this video, please feel free to give me a thumbs up, rate me a like. And if you haven't done so already, click that subscribe button and the notification bell so you always know when new content comes out. Also, please tell your friends about us so they can come to this channel and they can enjoy the videos and the adventures just as much as you do. Finally, and most importantly of all, please remember this. World of Warcraft is just a game. And games are meant to be fun, and you're supposed to have fun while playing them. So, if you're not having fun, you're not doing it right. Meet me back here next time when we go to Exile's Reach. We make a new character and play through the new starting zone. I look forward to bringing that content to you, and I can't wait to show you all the new fun things in Shadowlands. And as soon as the pre-patch events begins with the Scourge invasion and we get to see all the new rewards, I'm gonna show that right here on YouTube. I'll live stream it to Twitch, and then I'll record it on YouTube and put it up for you guys to enjoy. I can't wait to show you all this new stuff. But that's next time at Z's Gaming Corner. Join me next time. But until then, I'm Z, signing off.